have to wipe that off. They can say, good guy, good gal. But you have to understand, this is not a business where you save people. This is not the Red Cross or the Salvation Army. You want to do Habitat for Humanity, that's cool. You want to do PETA, that's awesome. I'm just in that organization. People with ethical treatment. You also have to have a business for profit. That's an asset. Anyone else have a quick question for me? Quick.
How about your retention?
My name?
Sean.
No, my name.
Yeah. Hi there. What about the retention rate with what you're doing?
So that's a statement. Give a question.
How is your retention rate?
Well, I have a seminar company. It's similar to a network marketing company. I have about 30,000 people that move in and out of my business. Here's what you'll find. The retention rate typically are in 20. Retention rate moves and flows. There's a lot of factors in the retention rate. If your company goes through any challenge, your retention rate typically will change a little. Now, if you want to enhance the law of average and the retention rate, it means that you become a leader grower. It means that you can't, but the business cannot be about you. Because if the business is about you, then you will have no duplication. If you have to do everything for everyone, you won't have much of a business. You just have to get comfortable with the fact that a lot of people are going to come and a lot of people are going to leave. And here's what's happened in the retention rate. Kristen can tell you this, is that in the age of the internet, there are more opportunities than ever in the history of the world. I call them SPs, Chinese pennies. And it's not uncommon for people to have no profit and multiple streams of no income. It means they have 4 businesses, no money. You notice this? So that your retention rate should be somewhere like this. Now, if you want to enhance it a little, you become a good leader. And here's how you lead first of all. Number one, you always lead by example. Don't ever ask anyone to do what you are not doing. Leadership defines nothing more than influence. And it can be affluent. So primarily, leadership is going to have some level of influence. Now, you can also enhance your retention rate by starting mastermind groups. And then people that you can connect with. People on an emotional level, you have some kind of connection. In those mastermind groups, you may do some level of mentoring. My challenge in most of my early career is I can close sales, I can enroll a lot of people, but I had not only very little retention rate, I had very little duplication. I learned that duplication is overrated. Here's what's underrated. Attracting people that you don't have to duplicate. Finding someone who can produce. You can spend days training people, but if that's what you do, you become a manager. You want to get to where you can pass the training off to other people. So you are not an issue. Now, there's several companies in our industry that are billion-dollar companies. And some of those companies have leaders that have been there forever. How many remember the 1972 Super Bowl? The Miami Dolphins won the Super Bowl. At one point, Tim Foley was achieving $5 million a month. He comes out of that Dexter Yeager culture. Your retention rate will go up as you become a student of the game and then a producer of the game. What a lot of people don't do is they don't really understand our industry. They don't give it the respect that it requires. Our industry gets its start in 1890. A company called Avon, which is the #1 direct sales company in the world. In 2008, they did $10.8 billion. Amway, #2, $8.8 billion. Then you factor Herbalife, you factor Nu Skin, those are billion-dollar companies. They have some of the strongest cultures in the history of this industry. And here's what a lot of these companies do: they reinvent themselves. They constantly come out with new products and services in situations like this. Just factor this. Your retention rate is always going to be an 80-20 maybe 90-10, maybe 70-30, 60-40, 50-50. But don't factor on the retention rate. Factor on bringing people in who can produce. So that's a quick question. We'll wrap it up. Okay, one point, Michelle. Did I catch you thinking? So if you didn't have a question, would you ask one? Yes. Go ahead, Michelle. My name?
Jeffrey, being a leader, as you said, as far as qualifying people,
Eye contact, Michelle.
qualifying. When someone doesn't qualify, how do you, I guess,
How do you let them go?
yeah, how do you let them go?
Say goodbye.
Say bye.
You don't have to do much of that. They disqualify themselves. And if they don't disqualify themselves, you learn it, you have an exit strategy. You sound like a great person, it may not be for you. Just let them go. Diplomacy is how you do it. But you are an FNG, right? It's right here. Look at nice girl. Amy over later, don't hurt anyone's feelings. So if you don't hurt anyone's feelings, you're just procrastinating. Right? Yeah, that's what most procrastinators do. They got all this, then you stay in cortisol all day. You can think about everything you're going to do, but you never really get around to it because you might hurt someone's feelings, and God forbid you might sign someone up, and then they might fail. It would be your fault. So by about 5 o'clock, you are so freaking exhausted, right? Red Bull in your house.
I think it's drink ACT.
About 95% of the people I coach are Michelle. It's a good question. Can you overcome that?
Yes.
So that's 33-gallon, 2 33-gallon bags that you interrupted me on, you got all the drama, you got all the tension. What am I going to do? You're going to go home tonight, firstly, and uncross your arm.
That's right.
Because that is the issue. Because you got to be able to get your credit card. If you like this, you can get it. You got to practice, right? And you get the 2 33-gallon bags, and you spend 15 minutes throwing away everything you could possibly throw away in 15 minutes. And you're going to call me later, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, see, if he would have said no, I'd say, cool with me. Anyone else in here like to become a recovering procrastinator? I'd say I would have let him go. None of it's personal. Got it?
Yes.
I called the guy last night for a 15-minute coaching session. He goes, all the ground place for a water store. He goes, I've been listening to CDs. I'm doing real good with them. I go, great. Keep listening to him. You have a great evening. You know why I let him go? I thank you for buying him. You know why I let him go quickly? I knew he wasn't going to buy him. No, 10 seconds. This is a TK. You know what that is? Tire kicker. LOL, looky-loo. Soccer. Now, I could have stayed on that phone with him and we could have had a GOFT. Good old-fashioned chat. Could have spent a couple hours catching up on things. How's the weather? Oh, it's good. How's the weather back there in Buzzard Breath, Wyoming? Just got back from Tucumcari. Anyone other quick questions before we wrap it up?
Jeff, what was the, if you had to start all over today, knowing what you know, what would you do differently to grow faster?
Nothing. I wouldn't change anything I've ever done. Because I wouldn't be who I am if I would have gone through everything I've gone through. There's a song by Bruce Springsteen that says, no regret, no limit. Well, I know the context of the question. Biggest mistake I ever made in my entrepreneurial career, like you did, point that out for you. I followed the wrong leader one. I was in Herbalife, just starting to light it up. Got $4,000 a month in 1990. My sponsor got into a conflict with her upline and Mark Hughes. She started her own company. I followed her. I became the #1 income earner in her company. Company went out of business. I got up to $18,000 a month in 1992, and I heard those fateful words that you may have heard, we're going to change the pay plan for you. And after it was for me, 2 months later, I had no check. I said, thanks for changing that for me. That was cool. Biggest mistake I ever made. So what? Any other quick questions?